Fiona Forbes, and I've got a really interesting company to show you today. It's got history, mystery, and the project is literally just a 9-hour drive from Vancouver. Back in 2012, CVG Mining, then a private company, unlocked the 125-year-old puzzle, extracting 5.5 kilos of placer gold locked 50 meters beneath Lightning Creek at Wingdam in the heart of British Columbia's historic Caribou Gold Rush. CVG Mining is now a public company called Omineca Mining and Metals, which trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol OMM. After thorough engineering and planning, Omineca announced they are financed and have commenced operations to carry on with a carefully designed, larger-scale program based on their original concept to extract gold. Just how did a financier and resource developer from Saskatchewan solve this 125-year-old challenge? Let's first look back at the history of the Wingdam Enigma and how it challenged so many people before. There was a popular TV show from the 1980s called Gold Trails and Ghost Towns, hosted by Bill Barley, a former minister in British Columbia politics, which had an episode dedicated to Lightning Creek. It's still in reruns and can be found on YouTube. Here's a few seconds of that episode.
I'm Mike Robertson. With me is Bill Barley. He is an author, former school teacher, gold miner himself, and great storyteller. And today we're heading to a part of the country which you could spend, I guess, a lifetime on. Lightning Creek took out how many millions before it was gone?
Well, the official record is 3 or 4 or 5 million, but that's ridiculous because that would only be several 100,000 ounces, Mike. And most of the miners, like old Unversact, did not declare what they got.
And there were lunch kits of nuggets heading out as the high graders took their little bit as well.
Sure.
And 200 million, maybe, Bill estimates, left down there because of the difficulty in extracting it, because of Caribou Slum and all the other kinds of things. For Gold Trails and Ghost Towns with our storyteller, Bill Barley.
Wow, $200 million of placer gold under Lightning Creek back when gold was $360 an ounce? Interesting thought now that gold in Canadian dollars is over $2,000. Historically, Wingdam was part of the Caribou Gold Rush of the 1860s in south-central British Columbia, with the discovery in Williams Creek near the town of Barkerville, where now the mining company Barkerville Gold Mines has delineated a multi-million-ounce gold resource. Today, Wingdam is located just off Highway 26, the Barkerville Highway, only 40 kilometers west of the historic town of Barkerville. A short time after the find at Williams Creek, gold was discovered further west in Lightning Creek, west of Barkerville. As prospectors and miners moved downstream, the town of Wingdam was born, a vibrant historic mining community with stores, hotels, and bars. The central story at Wingdam was the fabled riches of gold buried deep beneath what was called the Caribou Slum, a wet mix of gravel and silt covering 2.5 kilometers of Lightning Creek at Wingdam. Several companies through the early 1900s attempted to dig underneath the Caribou Slum using massive water wheels and pumps to remove millions of gallons of water from the slum to recover gold buried within it. Most of the gold recovered was from an upper area just several meters below the surface. A few attempts were made to tunnel further down 50 meters from the surface to bedrock where the old riverbed or paleo channel was right up to the 1950s, but due to the precarious nature and large amounts of water of these operations, very little success was had. Now back to modern day and CVG mining in 2012. Funded and envisioned by 49 North, a group of resource developers out of Saskatchewan headed by Tom McNeil, who brought in Tyson Mining with ground freezing technology, a technology pioneered in Saskatchewan for mining potash and uranium. Tyson teamed up with CVG and their local crew dewatered and rehabilitated the old workings down to bedrock and froze a halo in the wet Caribou Slum. Once the perilous overburden was frozen, they were able to safely tunnel across the paleo channel 50 meters below the surface with a crosscut measuring 2.4 meters high by 2.4 meters wide and 24 meters across the old riverbed. The crosscut removed the gold-bearing gravels and parts of the bedrock, and the gravels were then put through a trommel and wash plant located underground where 5.4 kilos, or about 175 ounces of placer placer gold was recovered. The barren gravel and material were then packed back into the crosscut and sealed off. The ground was allowed to thaw, returning the Caribou Slum to its original state without the gold. Plans have been optimized and mining and tunneling procedures enhanced to sequentially sidestep along the Paleo Channel. This much larger sample program will have multiple crosscuts along the first 300 meters of the 2.5 kilometers of the Paleo Channel buried under the Caribou Slum. The drill holes and assays from the surface correlated accurately with the 2012 sample, and along with recently conducted sonic surveys, confirm the underground path of the Paleo Channel. 2019 should be an interesting year to see how this unique project progresses, especially with a current selling price of gold at more than $2,000 Canadian. Equally interesting will be the hunt for the lode source of the rich placer deposits in the area. Initial testing and inspection of the placer recovered suggests that the gold may not have traveled far, and given the large gold discoveries in the area, the search for the source or even unrelated hard rock gold looks highly prospective. In addition to the placer claims for Wingdam, Omineca also has the hard rock claims in a large package surrounding the Wingdam project. Earlier this year, the company reported results of geophysical surveys conducted over the properties, identifying several drill targets with geological features very similar to that at Barkerville Gold Mines deposits. In a separate yet related program, Omineca plans to begin a hard rock exploration on its land in the near future. Again, the company symbol on the TSXV is OMM. For more information, go to OminecaMiningandMetals.com and contact Dean Nawada at 604-561-2821 or by email at dean@fnr.ca or Tom McNeil at 306-653-2692.